This is Karasuno, a relatively weak high school team until the prodigy duo of Hinata Shoyo and Kageyama Tobio joined. With these two monsters on the team, they instantly surged them to the top with their ultimate, seemingly unstoppable quick attack. But now in the spring tournament, they'll be running into their strongest opponent yet, a super team that is one of the favorites to win the entire thing. But what will Karasuno do when this already unstoppable team steals their strongest move and uses it on them? So in today's video, I will go through the entire match and talk about all my favorite moments and how Karasuno overcame their strongest opponent yet. Cutting to the night before the next match in the spring tournament, the team discusses the fact that they're going against one of the strongest teams there, a team that came second from last year's Inner High tournament, one of the favorites to win it all, Inaraki High. And just look at Goat Kageyama, bro has the Chad face, isn't even scared of Tad, but y'all's biggest threat will be this banana-headed monkey, Miya Atsumu. That guy's said to be the best setter in high school. Apparently, he was also awarded the best server award in both the inner middle and inner high tournaments. And while everyone's panicking about the threat they're about to verse, our GOAT Hinata just says, "Yay! Now we get to play the top two teams in the country." This guy's blind optimism is truly amazing. Even Kageyama's over here like, well, yeah, that's only if the top seed does make it to the finals. Neither of these two for even a moment have even considered that it's possible to lose. Sign these monkeys up for Blue Lock already. Now, as our main two characters are first years, it's hard to remember, but on the other side of their team, they have players like Daichi, Asahi, and Sugawara, who are in their final year of Karasuno. While characters like Hinata and Kageyama don't want to lose because of their natural competitive nature, their seniors are given it the role because if they lose here, all the fun times they've had together the last few years will come to an abrupt end as it's their final tournament together. So they're not only fighting to win, but fighting to keep their volleyball family together for as long as they can manage to leave without any regrets. But eventually the next day rolls around as they make their way to the court to start training. Here's where our heroes find out there's a second Miya twin, Osamu.
I'd like you to meet my cousin Stanley. We're related.
There's two of them!
Atsumo walks over to Kageyama and Hinata, wishing them luck, but also letting them know, I hate playing against people who suck. As he looks at Hinata, yeah, sorry about that, he low-key kinda shit. Hey, fuck off, Okawa victim. But you know, he may be shit, but he's not weak.
Very nice.
And just like that, our teams take down to the court to start their first set. But before starting, let's quickly go over our star-studded cast to remind y'all who we're working with. First up, we have our captain, Giga Chad, Mr. Reliable, GOAT Daichi. Next up, we have Walmart Kageyama. Then we have the Kunigami bum of the team, the Fraud Ace, Asahi. Next, we have the Giga Chad defensive demon, Nishi. Then we have the Igaguri of Haikyuu in Tanaka. Next up is my absolute glorious king and most favorite character in the show, GOAT Kageyama. Then obviously we also have GOAT Hinata and the defensive emo titan, Suki. And finally, Yamaguchi, the floater serve merchant. Oh, and I guess we also have monkeys 1, 2, and 3. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time and hop right into it. The rivals start blasting music before Atsuma's set as he pulls out the ore farming maneuver, silencing them before his first attack of the game. And then right as he jumps, these two girls start fangirling. My children, daddy! As he hits an absolute piss missile, scoring his team their first point. Make another noise and no doctor alive can fix what I'll do to you. Eventually, Monkey Asahi gets the ball and surprise, surprise, instantly fumbles the bag. God, I hate this guy, bro. He's such a bum. Eventually, though, the ball goes to the air to Hinata for the first time this game as her boy hits an insane jump to the sky, flying over his opponent. And then Monkey forgets to swing on the fucking ball. I can't, bro. I mean, are we really surprised, though? This is the same guy who never even got a double-digit score on any test or quiz ever. It's two things you have to do, Monkey. Jumping and swinging. It's not that hard. Get a grip. Did he just say he forgot to hit the ball? If you ever do some dumb shit like that again, you're never getting another pass. And after the game, you will be punished accordingly. Eventually, Aron, their ace, gets his first point of the game, and I can't just not mention it. Why does every Japanese studio do the most stereotypical massive black lips on characters? They legit refuse to just animate their mouths like any other character. How they keep getting away with this, I don't know. After this, though, Hinata finally gets to make a play, slapping the opposing team with his cock, showing off his raw speed and agility. Literally, everyone's shocked, and why wouldn't they be, bro? These two are goated. Holy shit, bro, you see that? That was wicked sick. Wicked sick, bro. Locking gang, you're a grown-ass man. Leave me alone, monkey. Eventually we get to see Osamu serve, but luckily Goat Nishi saves it as Giga Chad Igaguri sends it in as per usual. Next up, Igaguri is up to serve, and on top of the pressure the enemy teammates putting on, the Vuz are watching. He jumps in, fucking misses. No, Igaguri not in front of the bat. He's clocking, gang. Eventually, the ball goes back to the walking stereotype, and just like before, they get another serve in without the defense even moving. Like, guys, I get they're good serves and all, but you've already versed against serves from the Demon King Orikawa himself. You gotta start reacting. At this rate, you're gonna be cooked. Aron finally does his next serve, but now that they're locked in, they finally save it, even if it was a bit scuffed. And then finally, the moment everyone was waiting for, the Demon King of serving walks up to the plate. Hinata, Shoyo. Everyone's watching in anticipation. What's he gonna do? A jump serve or a floater? They set up a double quick and pass far. Daichi and Suki form a wall blocking, so their only shot course is towards Hinata. He actually reads the ball, and then... I guess if it works, it works. Is that allowed? Yeah, it's just kinda embarrassing. I gotta regain my dignity. Oh, boy, ain't no way, boy. As our GOAT Daichi hits the ball in. Throughout this series, Daichi has just straight up always been goated. One of the most consistent, strongest pillars on the team, unlike some people. Hinata's over here, though, molding that the ball didn't go to him as our next play starts. But sadly for our heroes, the serving god is up to bat once more. And once more, he spreads their cheeks unconsensually. The next play starts, and as Osamu runs up, chills get on Kageyama's spine. This positioning, this timing, this angle. It's perfection, as somehow the Miya twins almost perfectly copy Kageyama and Hinata's insane quick attack. Is there anything these two can't do at this point? That's literally Karasuno's strongest move, and they just stole it from them. They're already the better team, and they stole their strongest weapon? What are they even supposed to do at this point? The only thing going for Karasuno, I guess, is the fact that their quick isn't as accurate or refined as theirs. But the next play starts. And then when Karasuno finally defends an attack, they just get instantly blocked. Come on, boys, lock in and wipe that smug look off Banana Head's face already. Soon after, Osamu gets cocky, jumping against Hinata, thinking he can finally read Kageyama, but our GOAT Hinata whips out one of his newest skills of smacking the ball into his opponent's fingertips, so he just barely gets the point. And shortly after, GOAT Suki uses his Sharingan to read his set and get his first block of the game. Dude, I love Suki so much. He used to be such an emo bum like Emo Gami, but after a while, his character got so much better, and I'm just happy he's on our team. I've always wanted to cock block your stupid quick Hinata. Eventually, though, Igaguri begs for a pity pass from Kageyama, and as the ball comes his way, he smacks it into two defenders who easily block it. Somehow, though, Bum Tanaka uses Ultra Instinct to dodge the ball coming back as he flies out of bounds, giving him the point. I mean, if it works, it works. Next play, who's up to bat? Oh, no. And of course, Bum Asahi hits the net. What's new? You know, to be honest, I kind of hated this guy when I first watched the show, but that was years ago, and I kind of forgot the reason I even hated him, and kind of just hate him now for fun. Next play starts, and of course, the strong pillar of Daichi blocks it, and it's finally time for Four Eyes to take flight. Our GOAT jumps 15 feet in the air, slamming that shit right in. Rah, Suki! With momentum going well, it's time to keep up the pressure and crush that. Doing subbing this NPC in. He's so shit. I don't even know his name. Oh my god, this is about to be a disaster. Wait. It actually kind of worked. Well, how about that? Osamu jumps for the ball, and out of nowhere, GOAT Hinata comes blocking his bum ass. Let's go, baby. Hinata out here carrying the mantle for all of us short people out there, slapping people with his dick and balls. And with that, the score is finally tied at 18-18. And now, it's time for our Nugget to do something once more. Bro, what is this 600 MS reaction time? If you're gonna waste space on the fucking court, you gotta at least move around. Eventually, Hinata and Osamu get into a pushing match. And, you know, of course Hinata loses. Ha! You thought you could beat me with such frail noodle arms? I'll have you know I can bench 145 for 2. There's no way you could have won. Damn it, he's mocking me! Hinata, you suck! Hinata did not take these insults sitting down as he starts brainstorming on who is the most annoying defender when 1-on-1. And then he remembers it's super annoying to verse someone who blocks the cross shot, basically forcing you to only spike in one direction. Holy shit! Hinata's actually using his brain? Him doing this made Nishi get an easy save so his team was able to convert using his synchronized attack. Yo, Hinata, did you actually think to do that? Yup, I'm the GOAT. Good shit, gang. But you didn't score, bro. Well, you see, stupid Kageyama. I put myself in the supporting role as Volleyball as a team gets so tepid. Next play starts as Aron hits a nuclear level shot over 3 bums scoring his team a break point. Hey, Aussie, you see? That's what a real ace is supposed to look like. Kill your... As we go back to the powerhouse about to serve once more. Somehow, Igaguri saves the ball barely as Sanada actually hits a decent set. I did it. I actually pulled off a decent set. Yeah, that was just luck. But yet, even with 2 miracles back to back, the third real miracle comes in as our fraud bum ace somehow actually gets the point. I remember why I can't stand this guy. Because he actually thinks he's the ace of the team. You are not nearly as saucy as Hinata, little bro. Calm down. But with that, the serving merchant Yamaguchi steps up to the plate. Okay, so basically in the last match, he looked at the exit sign to reset his mental state to focus before serving. But now this time, a sign is blocking his view, which sends him into a mental spiral. Yeah, I'm not joking. This bum is about to sell our team's elo because a sign is blocking the light. Oh my God. I need my exit sign. It's all crumbling down. I can't do this. Serving merchant, look over here. I like piggy dirt. As the power of the pig somehow comes through, scoring his team their 23rd point in the set, finally putting them in the lead. Sadly though, they tie it right back up and hit it back. Go Kageyama hits a fucking diver, slamming it back on our side as our ace finally does something useful for his team, slamming it the fuck in. Now that's what an ace is supposed to do, big dog. About fucking time, ace. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Karasuno are on set point. Sadly though, for our team, Kageyama decides to pass to fucking Igaguri, dude. And obviously this bum fumbles our team the bag as we cut to their coach giving them the strats. Alright boys, as we all know, Igaguri is a monkey at this game. So Atsumu, target the shitter and end it here. The next play is about to start and Igaguri realizes that he is shit and the ball will come to him. Thank God, for our team's sake, the final wall Nishi also realizes this and fully bails the shitter out, saving it for him. Goyama passes Daichi the ball and of course Mr. Reliable always comes through for us. But after a point like that, Igaguri is getting in his own head as he knows he's definitely holding the team back. He tries in once more, gets blocked. The mental evisceration is beginning. Thank God though, Goat Nishi is always there with the save for our boys. Once more they attack and once more Igaguri fails. Right, already he's throwing our game. And with that, rightfully so, his mental is completely bottomed out. Although he's actually a little bit tougher than we initially gave him credit for, as he screams at Suki to set him up for another try. Sadly for our bold monk, ooh, even fucking Bokuto is dying from sheer secondhand embarrassment emanating off Igaguri right now. Thank fuck for everyone on this team. Hinata comes hyping our bald monk up. Dude, your block a minute ago was crazy. Good shit, bro. Nice save, Hinata. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to keep him on a certain type of watch after this game if you didn't say anything. And with the motivation from Hinata, our glorious bald monk hits a fucking insane cross spike in, winning Karasuno their first set of the match. Good shit, you bald monk. For that, I'll finally let you hit tonight. And with them taking the first set, they are only 25 more points away from putting down the second strongest team. But as one of the natural laws of the universe, what goes up must come down as we cut to the second set, where they are getting unconsensually touched 14-7. And it turns out this set, their servers are hard targeting Nishi, which on paper doesn't really sound like the strongest plan ever, but apparently it's working. The reason they're targeting him is because in their mind, if they can break down the libero, if even he can't receive it, what hope do they have? That's his mindset, right? We cut to Atsumu hitting the ball at him once more as it just doesn't move. Hello? Hey, yo, can you call the refs to come look at this? Seems like they're pulling a Brady with this one, deflating the balls before serving or something. But just like Igaguri, his mental is strong as he drops to the floor and starts repping out push-ups to relock himself back into the game. I guess it works as he does receive it, but unfortunately, they still give up the point as they are down 17-7 with a 10-point deficit. Next up though, our opposing team subs in one of their monkeys who, in his own words, rode the bench for all 3 years of middle school, and the one time he was subbed in, he missed and never played again. He hypes himself up as this is his second chance ever, but he does a weak ass serve, giving Karasuno a free point. And then his own team starts, you suck. What happened here? My grandmother in a wheelchair could have done better. Shitter, go jump off a... I know it's funny bullying the shitters and all, but low-key, I actually kind of feel bad for this guy. Imagine playing one time ever in middle school, missing, and then your second chance ever, you fumble the ball again, and everyone is booing you. At that point, I'm airing the whole place out, as no one's getting away with that shit. But with that out of the way, our glorious king finally has his turn at serving. Oh my god, half my babies already go, Yama. What do you even do against this shit? Hinata explains to Ikiguri that when Kageyama looks calm like this, he's locked in on his A game. The other team panics and calls a timeout trying to cool him off, but our GOAT is holding an invisible ball to not lose focus. Only a true monster does shit like this. He walks back in the court and everyone's shocked as he hits another nuke on their side, hitting a second service ace in a row. He gets ready for his third nuke in a row. They barely save it, but Karasuno still scores another point in their comeback. Osamu gets the ball ready to serve, and with his slight tilt built from Kageyama's attack, he fucking overshoots it, hitting the scoreboard. Hey, monkey. This isn't baseball. We ain't going for home runs over here. And now that everyone's mental is starting to fall apart, Karasuno is digging deep, making an admirable comeback. Unfortunately for Karasuno, a new dark horse is arriving on the battlefield to help bring some calm to the storm. This new guy is basically like a rational robotic machine who doesn't let emotions ruin his team's flow, as he becomes a pillar for them, quickly stopping the comeback. He forces his entire team to lock back in, giving them their inevitable win in the second set. And now tied at 1 set each, the tension starts quickly building back up, as the reality of them losing and their run ending here is becoming that much more likely. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the fateful third set. Will the known Titans win, or will the underdogs pull off an upset? But with that, Atsumu walks up to begin our game with a fierce start, and sadly for our boys, he hits a nasty floater off rip, scoring their team the first point of the game. It's okay though, because Fraud Asahi is actually having a life game right now, getting them right back into it. Eventually, the ball goes to their ace, on. Suki misreads it, and when all looks lost, once more Goat Yama steps up, slapping someone down with his big, fat, veiny It's okay. I'm composed again. The next play starts as our defensive Goat Suki blocks this weird dude's shot course, forcing him to hit it right into Karasuno's other members. They get an easy receive and convert the point. Suki's basically pulled the Maharaga and fully adapted. Hey man, thanks for letting me hit the ball cleanly every time. No problem. And thanks for hitting it the exact way I thought you would every time. And just as our boys are building momentum... No! Why are we doing this again, bro? Why must we sub in the Nuggets? Just let them raw on the bench, for fuck's sake. He hits the ball, and is this finally his time to shine? Seems about right for this player of his caliber. As we cut back to Goat Yama for another serve. Fuck it, my GOAT fully intentional. Get shit on. But alas for our GOAT, the cheating serving demon Atsumu is back up to bat. He targets Nishi once again, but did you really think that was gonna keep working forever? He's the god of defense for a reason, as he hits a perfect receive to Kageyama, who gets it to the ace, who slams it back in. We cut through a few points where their nugget from earlier, who was booed out of the game, hits a service ace on our boys. Come on, guys. I know you're winning, but let's not get cocky now. But it's okay, because when it looks like our boys are fumbling, our pillar of consistency, Goat, Daichi, and Suki get the point right back. And then, of course, Bum Ikiguri gets blocked. Like, little bro, you had your moments in the first set. Stop pushing your luck already. The next play starts as Osamu hits it as Asahi receives. Ikiguri gets it to Kageyama, who slams it in. The ball gets received, though, as the ball flies to Osamu, who somehow hits a reverse minus tempo to his brother, silencing the crowd. What the fuck? After an insane start like that, everyone's celebrating, and Karasuno is desperate to try to get another point in and trying their hardest to turn the tides of battle back into their favor. Unfortunately for our heroes. And with that, it's finally time to sub back in our mini nuke in Hinata. Unfortunately, once more Atsumu is up to serve, and with the current score, they need to stop this before it gets out of hand. But of course, the pillar Daichi gets the ball, barely receiving it back over to their side. And then finally, our Goat Hinata is up to serve once more. They receive and slam it back in, but you know, as usual, Goat Suki ain't gonna let that weak shit fly around here. The loose ball flies back in the side as Atsumu b-hops in front of this nugget, taking the first touch as a set to his brother. Then his brother does the unthinkable. He fucking sets the ball that was set to him as he hits a full power spike, decimating their team. is what I would say if fucking Hinata hadn't awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan receiving the play. I never thought I'd be saying this to you, monkey, but nice receive. Their coach realizes a play this strong could completely shift the game's momentum in Karasuno's favor, and they cannot let them get this break point. Aussie smashes it in, but somehow they stop it in counter. Karasuno blocks it, but it goes flying out of bounds. I'm not letting my Giga save be in vain. Kageyama, give it to me! As Kageyama uses him as one of the best decoys of all time, passing to Igiguri, who once more slams it in. Somehow, this Nugget channels his inner Isagi, kicking the ball back to his team. Something. The plot armor won't let them score this fucking point already. Atsuma throws it over, but this is finally the chance. A free ball. And just like that, the team's fully shattered after experiencing a heartbreak to that level. Everyone's demeanor's falling apart and it all looks like it's ending. And when all seems lost, see my epic save? Kageyama, you saw it. Kageyama? You saw it, right? My save? You saw it, right? That shit was tough, right? Kageyama? No. You lying monkey, I know you did. And just like that, with our GOAT's bottomless optimism and whimsy, he keeps his head team strong before they lost to themselves. And after they all witnessed Hinata's excitement and hunger to play more, it rubs off on them, getting them even more fired up than before. The next play starts as Daichi receives the ball as it goes to Kageyama, who perfectly sets it to Suki as... Oh no. Guys, it's too late in the game. We cannot be doing shit like this. Sorry, I didn't pass to you well enough. Don't apologize. I just didn't jump high enough. So, can you still do this? You kidding? For wimps like these guys, I can do this all day. Go, Suki, what's new? As we cut to Suki avenging himself in the last play. But with that, we cut to our ace, Asai serving. Alright, little bro. I meme on you almost as much as Imogami, but if there was ever a time to have me change my opinion on you, now's that time. God damn, I'm sorry for ever doubting you, Ace. That shit was raw. He does it once more, but this time it's received by their captain. Ultimate passes to Aaron, who gets blocked by our two GOATs, of course, as the loose ball falls to Iguri, who gets it to the setter, who passes to Asahi once more. The cheating banana blocks it once again as it flies to his brother, who sets up for the twins minus tempo reverse. Ain't no way. This is some bull. Oh my god, he missed. We finally get a free point. He's cheating. Nah, because how did this guy even predict that this was a possibility? There ain't no fucking way. The ball flies to Karasuno as they hype themselves up. I'm not here to protect my teammates. Each and every one of us is here to score. That's that block mentality we need more of, boys. Love to see it. As GOAT Daichi scores their team's 20th point, tying them back up once again. Asahi serves again as it hits the net, causing this Nugget to just barely save it, giving Suki a free point. I'm sorry for ever doubting you, Ace. You're the GOAT for real. Sadly, though, our enemies score a fast goal again, wasting no time retying up the score. And right after this, they hit a super good fake, doubling down on another point. But it's okay as Igiguri scores right back. The score is tied once again as Atsumu is about to set. Gotta hit the ball. Gotta touch it. Gotta block it. I'm going to block this ball. Well, guys, that's really not good. In a game as pivotal as this one, we can't be having a train wreck reaction time on the dumps. Sadly, right after, they score another point, giving them match point. Arin serves as our GOAT ace, who I've completely changed my opinion on, gets the much-needed receive for our boys. For some reason, God only knows why, Kageyama passes to fucking Igaguri, who obviously gets blocked. It's over. And with this, our hero stories come to an end. Thank God, though, our GOAT of defense makes a last-second miracle save, getting it back up to Kageyama. He throws it in the air to Hinata, who slams it in, barely getting blocked by Aran. He barely gets it up as somehow Atsumu does this crazy bend, setting it up perfectly to a spiker. Once more, though, our God of defense keeps it up for us. It goes to Kageyama, who once again passes to Igaguri. You're on this team for a fucking reason, Baldy, and it's time for you to prove it. As he fucking slams it on their court with a monstrous shot, scoring his team another point, keeping them in the game. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. You guys have better have said your prayers, because I'm gonna send you to hell. But with this, ladies and gentlemen, the score is 23-24, match point for our enemies. And who else would you want serving with your team's life in the line like none other than GOAT Yama? Also sends a fucking nuke to the other side as they just barely receive it, but no one can back it up. Is there anyone in the show with more aura than Kageyama? The answer is no. He goes for another serve as the last second he switches from a spike to a floater. I didn't even know he could do that, as the enemy team just barely saves it last second. Although their save wasn't the best receive, as it once again goes straight back to Karasuno, who without wasting a beat sets a quick attack up with Hanada, finally giving them the lead 25-24. Sadly though, for our boys, they quickly get a break, retying up the score 25-all. We cut back mid-play as Kageyama jumps for the ball and reaches with all his might, but sadly, even giving 110%, he can't reach the ball as Hanada jumps past it. Luckily though, for our squad, Hanada is in the zone as he sticks out his leg, hitting a direct shot over the net, securing his team the point. Holy shit, this guy is a true monster. And now with the score of 26-25, Karasuno retake the lead with another chance to completely shut out their opponents. Sadly though, just like before, their lead is instantly nullified, and now standing opposite to them is one man who no one wants to see when receiving the ball, Miya Atsumu. He was targeting Nishi before, but now he seems fine, so where will he bring down his fangs next? He hits a floater right to our consistent pillar, but sadly everyone will make mistakes as everyone's as tired as they are. And now at the score of 27-26, our boys are quickly the ones on the back foot again. And with what could be the final whistle of the match, Atsumu takes flight once more. He smashes it to Daichi, who makes up for his past mistakes, getting it to Kageyama, who once again pulls through, giving it to Goat Hanada, giving them the tie score once more. The next play starts as Hanada serves, giving the opposing team basically a free ball. Yuki once again blocks this guy's path, as another time this game, Goat Nada receives another piss missile. Kageyama throws it to our ace, but sadly he's blocked by this no-namer. It comes flying right back at him as our defensive wall just barely touches it. Igaguri barely makes the save to Goyama, who fakes to Nada, giving an insane back pass to our ace. He flexes every single muscle in his body, hitting a full-power nuke into the blocker, sending the ball flying. Nugget McGee here tries saving it, but Asahi's raw strength is just too much, and once again, Karasuno is at match point. Hanada sends another pussy serve their way as every cell in Atsumu's body is screaming at him that Osamu's open, ready for the kill shot. And while everyone can sense the murderous intent coming from Osamu, his brother uses that as the ultimate decoy, faking the pass to another player, scoring the breakpoint. We cut to mid-play in the next point as Osamu sets to Arin, who for the first time in a while makes his presence known as the ace slams it past 3 defenders, getting them to another match point. And once again, for what feels like the 10th time this match, Karasuno has their backs to the wall. Osamu tosses the ball high as he slams it into the ace, who once again shines as a beacon for this team. The ball goes flying to our goat, and that's why he's the goat, bro. No one does it like you. That's right, pretty boy. You're gonna be seeing me in your nightmares tonight, you dirty dog. And with the new score of 31-30, Suki is up to serve. He does a mean weak serve, just barely over the net, causing their opponents to fumble, sending it right back to him as he sets up the setter. They go for the quick, but it's barely saved last second as the ball flies to Arin, who slams it into Daichi. Slow it down, boys! Slow it down! Kageyama passes to Igaguri, so he purposely hits it weakly so they can get the ball and reset. Slow it down, boys! Take it easy. You're not pacing yourself. Their will to end it is blinding their field of vision, causing them to inevitably make mistakes. And when all looks lost, Hanada sends the ball flying through the sky super high to give his team a second to breathe and reset. A touch that to the average viewer doesn't look like anything special, but to his teammates, tears go down their eyes as they know this is a beautiful, beautiful play. Everyone locks back in as they go for a synchronized attack, trying to end the game once and for all. Out of everyone, once again, he chooses Bumguri, who obviously gets blocked. Somehow, though, Kageyama barely reacts just in time, saving it last second, sending the ball flying. Suki uses every last bit of energy he has, keeping the ball up, if only for an extra millisecond. When all teams lost, Mr. Reliable Pillar Daichi comes flying and sending it back over. They send it back up as the Twins come flying in for the final attack of the game. This timing, this positioning, it's perfect. Twins quick minus tempo as they hit their fastest quick yet, sending over a fucking piss missile at our heroes. And when all seems lost, our goats Hinata and Kageyama jump up to barely block it, sending it back over to their side, winning their team the game 32-30, as we finally get to see our boys celebrating their amazingly stunning victory. This was one of the biggest upsets of the entire tournament, and no one saw it coming. Did you see my block, Kageyama? You idiot. It was me who blocked it. Ain't no way you're trying to take credit. I am, because I blocked it, monkey. Shoyo, I'm gonna be setting to you one day. Okay. But before that, you'd better prepare, as I'm gonna destroy you guys at the next tournament. Yeesh, talk about being a sore loser. But I didn't lose. Monkey, what? Are you stupid? But with that, ladies and gentlemen, our team, regardless of being the underdogs, came through with truly a generational performance. And after a win like that, like I said in the beginning, our third years get to keep their family and their volleyball together for at least one more match, meaning more to them than you could ever know. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our story. We went through the game and watched how Karasuno dug deep, pulling off their greatest performance yet, winning a great game in the spring tourney. Make sure to subscribe if you love Haikyuu also. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.